Yo, what is up, guys? Bravo YG out here coming at you with another video. And today we have a Dueling Book replay for you guys. This is a game I played earlier. I'm not live playing this one. But I'm playing Voiceless, and playing against Branded. I feel like this is one of the tougher matchups for Voiceless, so I just wanted to show off a match, how I handled it, the matchup, how I played through it, my thought process, and things like that. Do I go first? I don't remember. But my hand here, you can see Saphira, Prayers, Saravis, Pre-Prep, and Prosp. He has Albion, Albaz, Deployment, Thrust, and Lure. So let's start with the replay. I don't think I'll go first. He definitely goes first. I don't open any hand traps for him. Just starts with the normal shenanigans. I think he played. I remember thinking he played this weird because he normal summoned Albaz before he used deployment to get the Cartesia. So like if I had an Imperm, he was kind of, with the way he played it, hit him and kind of cooked. But he doesn't do anything too crazy. He ends on, well, it doesn't look too crazy. He ends on Jade and Jade Grangoyle, followed with Brandon the Red, followed Albaz and Grave. So it's definitely not bad. We start off with Pro, and we drew Prayers for turn, which made this hand really awkward. Drawing that second Prayers turned off both the Saphira and his pre-prep. But we get barriers. This hand is really weak to like Imperm or anything, but Brandon typically doesn't play those cards, so we get low so we can get access to the trap. And thankfully he doesn't have anything. So we use trap to immediately go for Old Man Saravis. And it's really just to get a spell back into the deck. He goes Jade, targeted. He doesn't target, but he goes Jade, Banish. And I change Saravis there. You know, just to get another ritual on board. Old Man Saravis in this matchup is really... it's good. Not Old Man. Ritual Saravis is really bad in this matchup. Like, it's terrible. It doesn't interact with anything. Like, not even the hand effect comes up that much, because I can't think of anything in Branded that targets. Maybe Dragos Stapelia, if that ever comes up. But it's not good. It's really not good. So here we are. He fuses into, not fuses, but he uses Grangor to go into a Aquarius. Yeah. Goes in Aquarius, and Aquarius is very annoying for this deck. Very annoying. So boom. He goes Aquarius. I use Old Man Saravis to put back the ritual spell that's in my hand, and what else did I put back? I don't remember. But to get the summon, to make this pre-prep live. That's the reason why we do that. So he's thinking, he has nothing, so we make the pre-prep live. So but now we need to get back to low, which is why we do this. So I have a low in hand, but I need it on field to make my mirror jade, my Skull Guardian live again. So that's why we need this pre-prep live, because we're going to add back this Saravis. And we're going to ritual summon this, because we haven't used the graveyard effect of low yet. And that's going to trigger it, and then we have it back. Use this Quiritus to make all our guys 0. And then he changed his Brandon in red to make a Guardian Chimera. Back to the coin flip there. So he triggers his guys. I use my negate on this at Libitum to bring back this Mirror Jade, just to cut him off of that. And he pops low in the barrier. But that being a graveyard is better than it being banished, because at least we have a way to get back to it next turn. And then here, I am playing the Brandon cards in this list, and this is I'm still, getting used to having the branded cards in my deck. So now I'm about to go for a line that I thought was super crazy in the moment, but at the end of the day, it would have been illegal. So as you guys are about to see, I make a SP Little Knight to get a dark. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll make SP Little Knight, link that off, make a dark, get access to his Aluber. Then Aluber's gonna have me Brain Infusion. Then I'm activate Brain Infusion, and then I'm cooking. Illegal. You cannot link something to turn you activate Brain Infusion. So this Aluber's gonna add a Brain Infusion. But I will not be able to activate this Brain Infusion. It's very illegal. So as you guys can see, get not special summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters to turn you activate this card. I thought I was cooking. I was not cooking. Cooking we were not. But he goes, yeah. So we lose game one. Fair. He played it very well. Now going first. Going game two, we have Pot, Prayers, Jalgin, another Pot, and Barrier. He has Luber, Quim, Edge Imp, Albion, and Aluber. So our hand is okay. It's fine. It is combo. It is combo. As you can see, we are playing the Jogging. I do not main deck this. I do side deck this Jogging. It took the place of Summon Limit in my side deck. When me playing the branded cards, I feel like Jogging is just, I get access to it through Brand Infusion, and it opened up like more space in my side deck for more cards. So I thought it was a win-win. Get low gets trap, add Saphira. I'm just going through the normal wombo combo. I won't access the Brand Infusion, so I'm just going through these plays. To thin my deck out a little bit before I activate Pop's Ready to dig for Brand Infusion. Add low for follow up. Then we go Pot for 6. And there's the Brand Infusion we were looking for. As you guys can see, the Odd-Eyes ritual there, I do side that in. That is in my side deck. I do side that in for this matchup specifically. So there's a lot of branded, both in real life and on DB. And that takes the spot of a Saravis in my deck. But like I said, Saravis doesn't do anything. And the Odd-Eyes card is pretty good against branded with it negating the effect of a spell. So it plays around the branded lost. There we go with this Brand Infusion for Albion, and now we just put him on having out. Alright, draws branded opening. Activates branded opening. And we immediately go Albion. Give us Swift Jogging. He gets the Fallen Valbaz. He goes Patchwork. I have we have the Skull Guardian Negate. I'm just saving the Skull Guardian Negate for anything that threatens our lock, anything that threatens our board. We want to keep this Jogging alive and well because we just win. So he's here. He goes Albion. Albion dump. He's gonna try to draw one. He's looking for out. He gets Thrust, which is live, but we did activate Albion. So he activates Thrust. Could have negated Thrust, but I don't want to get punished by anything. So I just figured he's going. I'm sure this Thrust is going to get the out, so I'm just going to negate whatever he grabs, unless it was Dark Ruler, which not a lot of people are on Dark Ruler, so I wasn't really scared of a Dark Ruler, but Dark Ruler would have been ridiculous. Dark Ruler would have won the game. But he searches Duster, which is an out because he gets rid of the barrier, which allows him to normal summon effect and beat over. But he goes Duster, we negate, put him on have another out. He does not, he concedes. Now, game 3, we're going second. Our hand is Ash. Always a card you want to see against branded. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Ash, Useless Ravis, Branded Fusion, Super Poly, and Radiant. I absolutely hate drawing this card ever. It's going second. Drawing it going first sometimes. I mean, it sucks, but it's nice to have. It's a trap card. But going second, this is brutal. I'm not going to lie to you. And his hand is Opening, Allure Darkness, Brandon Red, Tragedy, and Retribution. Tragedy and Allure Darkness in the same hand is super nice. Just super plus, super value. You're gonna get the pot of greed, and you're gonna get to add a card. It's crazy. So he's going first. Starts off with deployment. Gets the Looper. The Looper gets the Brand Infusion. Activates the Lure of Darkness. Draws him into Albaz and Thrust. With Thrust is super crazy in his deck. The Looper, that Tragedy gets him Quim. Quim dumps Cartesia, just normal stuff. He goes to activate the Brand Fusion. We chain the Ash Blossom. He goes Thrust, sets Fusion Duplication, sets Brandon Red. He passes turn. Which Fusion Duplication is such a wild card. It's Brandon Fusion on your turn. Super crazy. He passes turn. We draw low for turn. Super good draw. So let's see how we get to this board. So we just know about, the only thing we know about is the one fusion dupe, and we know Quim with the summon back of Cartesia when something leaves the extra deck. Let's see how we play this out. Start with the normal summon of Low. Low get the spell. Spell searches Saphira here, so we can try to get access to Skull Guardian. He has nothing on resolution because this hand absolutely, I won't say it folds to draw, but it makes it kind of difficult. So we go Saphira. Get Skull Guardian. And on the rest of that, he goes Fusion Duplication. Which is fine. He just put me on because he wants to get rid of this Low. He knows how important Low is to the deck. Copies the Branded Fusion. He decides to make a Albion, which at first I was confused as to why he made Albion. But once I see what he did, I thought this was actually kind of clever. Really good play here. Triggers Cartesia. Triggers Quinn to get the Cartesia. And he triggers Albion to get the Saphira out of my graveyard to try to keep me from ritual summoning, which I thought was nice. And then he gives me Cartesia. Gives me Cartesia there. And now he goes Cartesia effect diffuse. And this is where the Super Poly is going to put in a lot of work. Whole lot of work. So in response to Cartesia effect diffuse, I say think. And I change Super Poly. I think I discard Ravish. Yes. Change Super Poly. And now I'm going to fuse his Cartesia and my Saphira to get it back in graveyard. Super critical play here. Because we don't have access, like without this Saphira, we don't have access to Ritual Summon. So we use the Super Poly to fuse these two guys. Fuse Cartesia to try to keep him off of Rangoil. Like make him fuse with something else. So we make a Mud Dragon. And he fuses the Quim and the Alubra from his field to make Quertus. That very annoying card. And then here, he goes Brandon Red. He doesn't use his Quertus, which I thought was weird. But whatever. He goes Brandon Red. This is going to get him access to Mirror Jade. And so he has nothing on the summon. I go Saphira to Ritual. And here he changed Mirror Jade to banish our Low. Which is fine. Another reason why the Super Poly was super good because it gave us we still have this Cartesia from him, and we have this Mud Dragon on board. So these are gonna be our tributes for the Skull Guardian. So we go Skull Guardian effect. I take a bit of time to think here because it's super important. So we end up adding Saravis. summon traders by putting those two cards back. And here, Brain Infusion puts in the work. This is why this Ravis is super important. Because this Brain Infusion is going to get us back to low because we're going to dump it as material. And then during the end phase, when he triggers his Cartesia, he triggers his Albion, we're going to bounce back Ravis to summon the ritual. And that's going to get us back access to low with her Graveyard effect. So that's why we go Ravis here. And this is why Brain Infusion is super, super nice in this deck. Super nice. We're going Albion. Albion bounce itself in Arbaz to make it Jade. So we think we end up going battle phase. And we just beat over Albion here. We don't want to beat over Jade because we don't want our board nuked. And his Mirror Jade is not doing anything next turn. It's just on board. It's just a big body. Because he already used it. He used the banish already. He thought my Skull Guardian wasn't at 41, but he realized that I dumped it low. So he takes that damage. Like again, this Jade is not a threat. No need for me to beat over it. If I was attacking for game, then we for sure would beat over it. But I'm not attacking for game. No reason to get my board nuked. So we go in phase. He goes Cartesia. I change Serarvis. At least I think I changed Serarvis. Yes. And he was just kind of like he didn't wait for me to finish, but whatever. He didn't have a response. He grabs Brain Infusion with Albion. Travis gets to Skull Guardian because my one Soravis is there. I saw one out, and you can't summon the. I wish you could the Pendulum Graph. If you could summon Pendulum Graph off of Soravis, it would be a main deck card, 100%. But you cannot. And then this summon gets us back to low, which is wonderful. So we have Trap Set, we have Jade Interruption, and we have our Negate. Pretty nice. And we know 2 cards in hand. We know the Brain Infusion. We know the Cartesia. And this Trap. So he draws Call by the Grave for turn. He goes Retribution to get back to Branded Opening. We say this is fine. He goes Branded Opening to get to a Luber. So he can get to... so he can get to Branded Loss. Because as far as he knows, my only interaction for his Branded Fusion is the Skull Guardian Negate. And Branded Loss nullifies the Skull Guardian Negate. Because you cannot negate the activation of his fusion effects with Branded Loss on the field. So he goes Luber, I think, but like it's fine because we have the answer for Branded Loss in this trap card. So he activates Loss, cool. Here he goes Branded Fusion. I change Skull Guardian. I asked him if he has a response. I should. He does not have a response. And now we go Chainlink 2 Trap to pop a Luber and the Branded Lost. Because on Resolution, Branded Lost no longer be on field, which means that we are able to negate this Branded Fusion. And I feel even better about this because he already used his Branded Retribution to add back a spell. Because typically against Branded, when I negate with Skull Guardian, negate their Branded Fusion with Skull Guardian, they dump Retribution, get it back, and just activate it again. Feels terrible. But I feel, and he doesn't have a Tragedy Engraved, which is another way he can get back to it. So I'm feeling super safe here. So now at this point, I know he has Cartesia in hand and a blank. So let's fast forward here. So he's thinking, there's nothing to think about. So we pop those. So we got a lot of value out of this trap and out of this negate. So he, like I said, we know he has Cartesia and a blank in his hand. He normal summons Cartesia, uses the effect. And this is where Mirror Jade comes up, and essentially put this card in hand to be a monster and be a real card to do anything. We chain Jade. Yeah, Yes, sir. We chain Jade. It's gonna banish his Cartesia. And the mirror again. Not the mirror Jade. We don't need our board nuked. And then he missed defeat. Game's over. Next turn, we just beat over Mirror Jade. He goes effect. Uh, he goes try to use the effect to banish. We negate it, but like we just have. I'm sure we just have game on board after that, so we won't even get to the end phase. But hope you guys enjoyed. That was a quick match versus Branded. Tougher. I feel like a tougher matchup for this deck. Hopefully you guys saw my thought process, enjoyed it. If you did make it to this point of the video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. This is Bravo YGO signing off. Peace.